Hello to everyone all around the world. What a terrific day it is on today. Thank you so much for taking the time out to join with me and share with me this moment of empowerment. Today, I wanted to be able to speak with you about transforming promises into commitments. Many of us, at some point or another in our lives, we have heard the saying that a person's word is their bond. This is a nice little way of saying that the words that we speak or the promises that we make towards another individual, we should go so far as to keep those promises that we make or to stand by the words that we speak. However, I want to be able to take it a step further on today. I want you to be able to dismiss the promises that you make towards an individual for a brief moment and to look directly at the promises that you make towards yourself. When it comes to that very statement that a person's word is their bond, a lot of times we tend to overlook the very promises that we make towards our own self, towards our own life. What happens when you make that promise towards yourself? What happens when you speak those words towards yourself? What is happening in that moment is you are speaking directly to your greatness. You are looking directly at your greatness and you are telling yourself that in spite of the difficulty, in spite of the circumstances, in spite of the situation, in spite of what I have or may not have yet been exposed to, in spite of my past experiences, I can look to my greatness and I can look directly at myself and say, in spite of all of these variables, I can and I will become. And that promise is a direct reflection of what you truly can become, what you see yourself becoming in the very near future. That's what's happening when you are making that promise. You are looking to your greatness and saying, hey, I want to become greater. You are looking at yourself and saying, hey, because you are greatness, I want to be able to become better. I want to be able to become greater. I want to be able to unleash more of the unlimited potential that is of me. However, I want you to be able to understand that we can speak endlessly all day long. We can make promises towards ourselves time and time again. However, if we never put forth that action, if we never put forth that effort to make that promise a manifested reality, that promise is nothing more than words spoken. That promise without the action can have little to no value. That promise is simply empty words without the actual follow up or the follow through. So today, I charge you with the very idea that in order to make that promise a manifested reality, and yes, it can become a manifested reality, we have to be able to complement it with our follow up, complement it with our follow through, complement it with the action. We have to be able to transform the actual word spoken or the promise into the commitment. I'll say that again. We must be able to transform the actual promise into the actual commitment. Now, I don't want you to misconstrue what I am saying. First and foremost, I do commend you for those of you that go so far as to make that promise to yourself. I commend you for that because once again, that promise alone shows that you are great. It is a direct reflection of your character because you are able to look directly at your greatness and you are able to say to yourself that in spite of, I know that I am greatness. I know that I can become greater. So I commend you for that because that is a very fearful step all in itself. It is very fearful to move from or matriculate from a place of thinking or a place of knowing or even a place of existence and telling yourself that you can become greater. So I commend you for that, for just simply speaking the words and speaking that level of life over your situation and in your life. I commend you for that. However, I do charge you and I challenge you to take it even a step further on today to transform once again that promise into commitment. Let's move from that promise to the commitment. Let's move from just speaking the words to actually putting forth and committing and standing by the actual action. It is of you and it is in you. Why? Because you are a champion. That promise that you made can be a commitment. The choice is yours. Thanks for watching.